Mama. Mama. Blood. The voice tore through the house like lightning. Mama and Osaze jumped up and ran into the room. Oseti was standing at the door, shaking like a leaf, pointing at the bread bag. Mama rushed forward and pulled it open. Her hands froze. Her eyes went wide. In the heart of Benin City, where buses honked and people hurried through busy streets, Mama Osaze lived in a small, noisy compound. Her home was simple, just 2 rooms and a kitchen, but it was filled with love and laughter. She had 4 children, Osaze, the oldest, then Ivy, F, and little Junior. After their father died suddenly one rainy night, life had never been the same. But Mama Osaze was strong. She wiped her tears, tied her wrapper tight, and promised to take care of her children no matter what. Osaze, tall and slim with hands that always smelled like engine oil, was just 16 when he dropped out of school. It wasn't because he didn't like school, he loved books and fixing things. But money was tight. So Mama begged and begged, until engineer Osofo, who owned a nearby mechanic workshop, agreed to take him as an apprentice. Every morning, Osaze woke up before the sun. He swept the compound, helped Mama with the cooking, then ran to the workshop with his tools in a small plastic bag. Grease covered his fingers every day, but he didn't complain. He learned fast. Soon, he could take apart a car engine and put it back together faster than boys older than him. Engineer Osofo noticed. "You get sense," he would say, nodding. "You go far, Osaze." After Osaze finished his training, Engineer Osofo told him to keep working there. "You're like a son to me," he said. Osaze was happy. With his little pay, he helped Mama buy food and pay school fees for his younger siblings. Life was hard, but their little family was holding on. Things felt steady, safe. But one hot afternoon, everything changed. The sun was burning the ground like fire. Osaze was under a Toyota Camry, fixing a leaking pipe, when he heard loud music from outside the workshop. The sound of tires screeching made him sit up fast. A black Benz and a red Lexus rode into the workshop like they owned the place. 3 young men jumped out, laughing loudly. They wore shiny chains, had tattoos, and smelled like strong perfume. One of them wore sunglasses even though the sun was already setting. Osaze had never seen them before. Engineer Osofo came out and smiled. "Oh, Jude. Long time. Big man Osofo." Jude shouted and hugged him. The others slapped hands and laughed. Then they started pointing at their cars, talking about upgrading engines and making it loud. When they came out of the car, one of them quickly called out Osaze and shouted confused. Osaze couldn't recollect the face, but later he remembered Nosa from way back. Nosa was his secondary school mate. It's been like 10 years since they saw each other. They started talking and exchanged contact. That was the beginning of the change in Osaze's life. They started communicating and Nosa finally invited Osaze to his house, and when he get there he was so amazed how rich his friend has become, and Nosa told him that's just one of his mansion and fleet of cars. Osaze became very curious. He started asking questions the next morning after they have come back from the club that night. But Nosa would ask him to calm down, that he would tell him everything with time, so their friendship rekindled. The next day when Osaze was going back to his house, Nosa gave him 500,000 naira transport fare. This gesture made Osaze to be very happy. He was almost on his knees. When he got home he told his mother his experience with his lost but found friend. Mama looked at her son with worried eyes. Her hands were soaked from washing clothes, but she didn't even feel the water anymore. Osaze had just dropped a bombshell. "You say Nosa give you 500,000 naira, and you know wetin he dey do?" she asked slowly. Osaze looked down. "Mama, I ask am, he say make I come down. Say he go tell me later." Mama dropped the shirt she was washing. "My son, this life no be everything we fine dey clean. Sometimes, the devil dey wear perfume. You hear me?" Osaze sighed. "Mama, Nosa not my guy. He go explain. I trust him." But Mama's heart was not at peace. That night, she knelt by her bed and prayed long. She asked God to protect her son from any danger. But deep down, she feared that Osaze's heart was already walking far from home. Weeks passed, and Osaze kept visiting Nosa almost every weekend. He began dressing differently, tight jeans, designer shirts, sneakers that looked brand new every time. He stopped coming home early. Sometimes, he slept over at Nosa's mansion and returned with red eyes and the smell of perfume on his clothes. They drove around Benin in fast cars, music loud, girls laughing in the backseat. People in the neighborhood started to whisper. "Noso life done better for that mechanic boy," they said. But Mama just kept quiet. She saw the change in her son, and it scared her. Then one evening, after a long day of partying, Osaze sat with Nosa in his living room. The air was heavy. Nosa turned down the music and looked Osaze in the eye. "Guy, you done ready?" Nosa asked. "Ready for wetin?" "The real thing. Make I no lie you again, I dey do internet runs." Osaze blinked. "Internet, you mean Yahoo?" Nosa nodded. "Yes. But no be small runs. We dey do international things. E dey simple, but you gats be loyal. Once you enter, no going back." There was a long silence. Osaze looked around the gold-decorated room. He remembered the club, the cars, the money, the girls. He thought about Mama, his siblings, the heat in their small house, the cold food at night, the sound of school fees they still owed. "I'm ready," he said quietly. Nosa smiled and leaned back. "Welcome to the game." The next day, Osaze returned home with a small bag. Mama was preparing beans in the kitchen when he came in. "Mama," he said, "I dey go." "Go where?" "I wan move in with Nosa. I fit learn more things from am. Life don't change, Mama. I no fit dey under car dey struggle again. That mechanic work no be my destiny." Mama's hand froze on the wooden spoon. "You wan leave your training? You wan leave engineer Osefo we take you like son?" "Mama, I no fit suffer all my life. I want better. The kind life I see, not wetin I deserve." She walked up to him slowly. "So wetin Nosa dey do wey you wan learn?" Osaze looked away. "E no concern you, Mama." Her voice shook. "Osaze, tell me the truth. I don't talk my own." As he stepped outside with his bag, Mama called after him. "You dey go chop where you know sao, but remember, every fast road get sharp corner." But Osaze didn't listen. His feet were already walking into another world. Osaze tried to explain things to his mother. He sat her down one evening and looked into her tired eyes. "Mama, I fit help this family. Just give me chance. Nosa go train me well. The kind money I go bring home go change our life." But Mama shook her head slowly. "Osaze, I no go bless wetin I no understand. You want throw away your sweat for fast life. I no raise you like this. Mama, why you dey hold me back? I don't suffer enough. I want help you. Help my brothers and sisters. I no want your help if you go come with trouble," she said quietly, and turned away. That night, Osaze packed his bag again, and this time, he left without a hug, without a prayer, without a blessing. His heart beat fast as he walked into the street, but he told himself he was doing it for them. He was going to change everything. Back at Nosa's mansion, the training became serious. Nosa showed him how to send fake emails, how to speak with foreign accents, how to use pictures and sweet words to trick strangers. It all felt strange at first, but Osaze learned fast. He was smart, sharper than most. Nosa was impressed. "You go blow soon," he said one night, clapping Osaze on the back. Weeks turned into months, and soon Osaze could run scams on his own. But still, the money didn't come the way he expected. It was like something was holding him back. No matter how hard he tried, nothing big landed. Then one night, Nosa told him, "Your time done reach. But to enter the next level, you need spiritual backup." Osaze's heart jumped. Spiritual. Like juju. No be juju. Not just small help from Baba Ajibu one. E dey help boys like us. The next morning, they drove far outside Benin to a quiet forest path where Baba Ajibu lived. The shrine was hidden behind thick trees, with red cloths hanging from wooden poles. Smoke curled from burning pots as a short, old man stepped out. He wore white beads, and his voice was soft but strong. You want money, I know, he said. But first, tell me, who you love past for this life. Osaze blinked. He didn't even have to think. My mother. Boba Ijibu nodded slowly. Good. She is angry with you. Until she forgive you, your hands go remain empty. Osaze looked down. Shame covered his face. You must go back to her. Apologize. But not with empty hands, Boba said. What should I bring? Osaze asked. Something she loves to eat. Osaze thought hard. Then he smiled. My mama loved bread. Especially soft sweet bread. Boba Ijibu smiled for the first time. Then buy bread. Bring it here first. Then take it to her. Make sure she eats it. Make sure she prays for you. Only then, you can return on the third day. Osaze nodded. Yes, Boba. The next morning, Osaze bought 2 big loaves of soft bread, wrapped in white paper. He and Nosa brought it to the shrine. Boba poured palm oil on the floor, circled the bread 3 times, and tied a red thread around the back. You have 3 days, he said, his eyes dark and serious. Take this to your mother. Let her eat it. Let her bless you. Or nothing good will come to you. Osaze held the bread like it was made of gold. He knew this wasn't just about food. It was about forgiveness. But would Mama even open the door for him? Time was running out. Osaze held the bread with both hands like it was treasure. As he stood at the front door of his childhood home, his heart beat fast. He hadn't seen his family in months, not since he left without Mama's blessing. When Mama opened the door and saw him, she gasped. Osaze. Before he could say a word, she hugged him tight. Tears came to her eyes. My son. You come back. His younger brothers and sister ran out, shouting his name, hugging his legs, clapping with joy. Osaze smiled, hiding the guilt in his chest. I bring bread, he said, lifting the bag. The children squealed with happiness as he handed them 1 loaf. Then he turned to Mama and brought out the other loaf, the one from the shrine. This one not only for you, Mama, he said softly. Not specially for you. Mama smiled and took the bread gently. Osaze, you know say I like bread well, she said. Thank you, my son. She looked at it for a moment, then walked to her room and placed it on her table. Make the children finish their own first. I go chop mine later. Osaze forced a smile, but inside, he was panicking. Boba Ijibu said she must eat it in 3 days. He only had 2 days left. The next morning, before going back to Nosa's house, Osaze asked, Mama, you don't chop the bread. Mama laughed. Oh. I forget. I go chop 'em when I come back from market. Try remember, he said quickly. That bread no, very special. I hear you, she replied, grabbing her basket and walking out. Osaze left, nervous but hopeful. He told himself she would eat it by evening. Everything would go well. But that evening, as the sun went down, something unexpected happened. Mama Osaze was walking home from the market when her phone rang. It was her cousin. Sister Adejua Don Bon O, the voice shouted. Bouncing baby boy. Mama's heart filled with joy. Adejua Don Bon. Ihen. She turned around immediately and took a taxi straight to the hospital. She didn't go home that night. At the hospital, Mama stayed by Adejua's side, helping her with the baby, bringing water, laughing with joy. She even slept on the bench beside her sister's bed. Meanwhile, back at home, the bread sat untouched on the table in her room. And Osaze had no idea. The next morning, Osaze called his little sister. Where Mama dey? She no come house yesterday. She go hospital. Auntie Adejua don born. Osaze's mouth went dry. So Mama never chopped the bread. No, the little girl said. She no even carry am. Osaze's hands began to shake. His heart pounded. There was only 1 day left. Baba Ajibu said 3 days. Only 3. He looked at the time. If Mama didn't eat that bread soon, something terrible could happen. Osaze couldn't sleep. He lay on Nosa's expensive bed, eyes wide open, staring at the ceiling. The air felt heavy in his chest. He kept checking the time on his phone. 1 day left. Just 1. He called his mother again early that morning. Mama, you don't chop the bread. Mama's voice came soft over the line. Osaze, I still dey hospital. I go stay here 2 more days. No worry, bread dey here too. One woman wey visit Adejua bring another loaf. We get enough. Osaze's stomach turned. His tongue felt dry. But Mama, that bread, no me buy am for you. That one special. Mama chuckled. I know. But no worry, I go carry am come house when I dey come. We no need 2 bread here. After the call ended, Osaze paced around the house like a trapped animal. His head was hot. His hands sweaty. He called Nosa. Guy, it don't happen oh, Mama never chop the bread. She say she go stay extra 2 days for hospital. Waiting. Nosa's voice was sharp. You no fit force her. Baba Ajibu say 3 days. You want make spirit turn against you. I no know wetin to do again. Osaze shouted. I go carry the bread go hospital. He rushed to the house, took the bread from Mama's room, and sped to the hospital. When he got there, his heart sank. There were now 2 loaves of bread by the bed. Mama, he said slowly, which one be the one way I bring? I no even know again, Mama said with a tired laugh. Now why I say make you carry am go house. These nurses too they rearrange things. Osaze looked at both loaves. They looked exactly the same. Wrapped in similar paper. No mark. No difference. He stood frozen. Then Mama said, just carry am back. Give your brothers. No waste. But something inside Osaze refused to move. His feet felt like they were stuck to the floor. His head was spinning. He nodded quietly, pretending he understood, and said, no worry. I go leave am here. Just in case. He placed the bread beside the wall and walked out, his heart pounding. The next morning, which was the 3rd day, Mama was discharged. She packed her things and carried the bread home. When she arrived, Osaze was sitting outside, waiting. She walked up to him, smiling. You no even greet me welcome. I carry your bread come oh. Osaze stood up slowly, his eyes wide, face pale. You chop am. No, she said. I say make I keep am first. You know say the one for house don't finish. I go eat am after rest. Osaze's lips parted, but no words came out. He watched as she walked into the house, humming to herself, carrying the bag with the bread, the coarse bread he prayed she had eaten. Osaze turned to Nosa, who had followed him quietly in his car and parked across the street. She never chop am, he whispered. Nosa didn't smile. He didn't blink. Then you're in trouble, Nosa said. They both looked at the door, fear creeping into their bones. Because Baba Ajibu had said, 3 days. And this was day 4. The living room was quiet. Mama sat on the chair, stretching her tired legs. Osaze sat beside her, pretending to be calm, but inside, his heart beat like a talking drum. Mama, he said gently, you remember the bread? She looked up. Oh, true. I never chopped since morning. She turned and called, Oseti. Go bring the bread from my bag. The one your brother buy for me. The small boy ran into her room cheerfully. Everyone was still smiling. Until they heard the scream. Mama. Mama. Blood. The voice tore through the house like lightning. Mama and Osaze jumped up and ran into the room. Oseti was standing at the door, shaking like a leaf, pointing at the bread bag. Mama rushed forward and pulled it open. Her hands froze. Her eyes went wide. There, sitting inside the bread wrapper, was no bread at all, but a dark, thick lump of fresh blood, still wet, still dripping. Mercy! Mama screamed. She staggered back, holding her head, calling Jesus again and again. Osaze stood behind her, stiff like a statue. His mouth opened, but no sound came out. Neighbors came rushing in. What happened? What is it? Mama, still shaking, pointed to the bag. They all looked and saw the blood. Gasps filled the air. Fear gripped the room. Madam, where you buy this bread? One old man asked. Tears filled Mama's eyes as she pointed with trembling fingers. My son. Osaze. No he buy am. Silence fell. Then anger exploded. People grabbed Osaze. Wicked boy. You won't kill your own mother? You carry ritual bread come house. Osaze tried to speak, but his voice broke. His legs gave way. He fell to his knees. I no mean to. Baba Ajibo say make she chop am. Who be Oli Baba Ajibo? No juju man. No for spiritual help. I swear, I no say e go turn blood. Before anyone could say more, a loud cry burst from Osaze's mouth. He held his head and screamed. His eyes rolled. He stood up and tore his shirt. Then he ran out of the house, barefoot, shouting like someone chased by demons. Blood. Blood. I no kill anybody oh. He ran down the street, yelling and laughing and crying all at once. People watched in shock. Madness, someone shouted. Madness don't catch am. Mama dropped to the floor, weeping. My son, my own son. The neighbors carried her inside, trying to calm her. But outside, in the dust and heat, Osaze ran into the city, his mind gone, his soul lost. The cursed bread had spoken. And now, nothing would ever be the same again. News about Osaze spread fast through the whole city. People talked in shock. The boy wey dey work mechanic. That one will help him mama raise the family. Madness don't catch am. Many shook their heads in sadness. Others used it as a warning. Don't follow bad friends. Don't chase fast money. Mama Osaze stayed indoors for days. She cried every night, asking God why her first son had fallen into darkness. Her heart was broken. The same boy who once worked day and night to support his siblings, now running wild on the street like a madman. The bread that turned to blood was burned by the elders in the community. They said prayers. They cleansed the house. No one ever saw Nosa again. Some said he ran away to another city. Others said something bad caught up with him too. One Sunday morning, Mama Osaze stood in church, holding her Bible tight, tears running down her face. She prayed aloud, God, please find my son wherever he is. Forgive him. Bring him back to me. The whole church prayed with her. People felt her pain. Months passed. One day, a neighbor came rushing to Mama Osaze's door. Come quick. I think I see Osaze. They followed her to a quiet street. There, lying under a mango tree, was a skinny man in torn clothes, hair messy, eyes lost. It was Osaze. Mama Osaze ran and fell beside him. She held him. She cried. She didn't care how dirty he looked or how broken he was. She just kept saying, my son, my son. Something about her touch made Osaze quiet. He stopped shaking. He looked at her. Mama, he whispered. She hugged him tighter. Yes, Osaze. Mama is here. You go be well again. In Jesus' name, you go be well again. And from that day, the healing began. Slowly. Painfully. But with love. Hope you enjoyed this story. If you did, please share your thoughts in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on more amazing content like this one. See you in the next video.